Fox 5 Health News. And could a migraine cure be in the works? I'm sure a lot of people are certainly hoping so. That is the word coming from today's opening of the New York Migraines Associates Center on the Upper East Side. Experts say 28 million Americans suffer from migraines, and the new clinic is dedicated to finding a cure.
Yes, promising treatments include a new surgical procedure. One patient says that after 25 years of debilitating headaches, he has been migraine-free for more than 2 years.
All right, joining us now is our own Dr. Manny Alvarez with all the impressive titles. Dr. Manny, talk to us about this clinic. There are one of several in the city associated with some hospitals affiliated.
Yeah,
what do you think
look, migraine is a chronic problem. Very little, very little cures out there, and for a lot of folks, it's very debilitating. So a lot of clinics, a lot of university hospitals are concentrating their efforts, working with neurologists and therapists, and finding alternative treatments. And there are many, from Botox, finding triggers that give you headaches, different medications that are coming in the pipelines, and some of them do have side effects, but they need to be monitored. So these headache centers become important, especially when they're affiliated with a university medical center. And I think that's the key, because you're getting the best science and a lot of alternative treatments that you can try to see if the headaches do go away.
Yeah, Manny, let's also talk about this, because you had a story on foxnews.com today about common foods that trigger migraines. Very interesting. We want to show people. We're talking about smoked or cured meats, aged cheeses, citrus fruits, sauerkraut, soy sauce, even grapes. Right. So what is it? What's in these foods?
Well, for a lot of chronic migraine sufferers, first you have to, get your triggers in check. And I mentioned some of them. And there's a common theme behind a lot of these foods. They contain tyramine, and that's an amino acid that breaks down. And tyramine can give you vasoconstriction. It can raise your blood pressure slightly. And that could be a trigger enough for you to get a headache. We see that sometimes with alcohol.
Oh, I was just about to say, one of my favorites on the list, red wine.
Red wine. Well, with the red wine, you have the sulfites, and also you have the tyramine. So for a lot of people that are allergic to it, and not so much allergic, they get a reaction.
And beer, too.
And beer, the same thing happens with beer. So the sulfites...
But not white wine, right?
Not white wine, because, it basically the process of making white wine eliminates a lot of that. It does contain sulfites. Some people are allergic to sulfites, and you can get a migraine. But, look, the aim of all of this is informing people that there are triggers, and that you should be aware of the triggers so that you can avoid them and minimize your headaches.
Okay. Manny.
Or drink through your headache, as I do sometimes.
Listen, I've got an itch. We've all had an itch. And everybody figured, what is it? Like, what causes the itch? Now we understand that this mystery may have been solved.
No, this is your federal dollars at work.
Okay.
This is coming from the National Institutes of Health. They wanted to answer the question, why do we itch? And basically it boils down to two specific things that they found very true, by the way. Number one, there's a neuropeptide that is released when you get, a bite, a mosquito bite or anything like that. Right. A very specific neuropeptide, by the way, that is very, very well known in science. And also they thought that the same neural cells that gave you the pain, sensor pain and all that. No, but they found that there's specific cells that do carry the signal of itching. So there you go. So now we have the, probably took like $20 billion to find that answer.
But itching's got to have a purpose. It's got to be somewhat good for you, right? I mean, sometimes I wouldn't know if.
Well, now they want to answer. They're looking for more money, because now they want to answer the question.
Answer that question.
If you scratch, why does it feel better?
But could it be a warning? Like maybe something's going on.
Anthropologically, that was the whole thing. That from an evolutionary process, when you get something, an insect in your body, you get itchy. But anyway, that federal dollars at work. It's just great.
You know what? Your
the scientists in Washington must be throwing stones at the TV right now. But
your tie reminds me that the rain is really good for green grass.
And that's about it.
Yes.
And it's a beautiful tie.
Ruined my barbecue
and I'm waiting
this
for
weekend.
some green grass. Really nice, lovely
green out there, Nick.
Yeah, there's a lot of green on here too. That's on our radar screen here. That's indicating some rain. But the worst is over for the season.